Dear compatriots, my name is Onyinye Ghandi Chukwunyere. I'm a lawyer and the convener of the African Renaissance Organization based here in the United States. I'm addressing you this evening because this is precisely the moment when patriots must rise to speak on behalf of our impoverished people. Nigeria, as it is today, calls for great concern. We have suffered the peril of terrible leadership all the way back to the period after independence, but we've never had it this bad. Not only is the government of the day not performing, the government of President Muhammadu Buhari, in fact, he has done perhaps worse than his predecessors, but he has even moved a step further. While you could protest his predecessors and their incompetence, Mr. Buhari is trying to constrain the ability of citizens to question and challenge him, to take him to task on his inability to deliver. The fact that he promised to fight corruption, but today he hobnobs, romances, and even engages with the most corrupt elements in our republic. The fact that his war on terrorism, the so-called war on Boko Haram, has been undermined by the high rate of corruption in the Nigerian military, which he has failed to address. The fact that nepotism, parochialism, and sectarianism in terms of public appointments have been the hallmark of his administration. The fact that he doesn't speak to the people, he doesn't speak to Nigerians except when he wants their votes and somebody corrals him before the cameras and he comes to make some half-hearted comments. The fact that he's so aloof that when Nigerians complain, he believes that they are lazy or that they are unpatriotic. The fact that every expression of dissent to the malfeasance of his administration is interpreted as unpatriotism, terrorism, or even treason. Which is why when Onyinye Sowore'S called Nigerians out to protest this government, to make fundamental demands as enshrined in our constitution, as protected by the tenets of democracy around the world, rather than the Buhari government seeking an avenue, a platform, to converse with citizens, to explain itself, and tell us why it has failed to deliver, it rolled out weapons. It rolled out armored tanks. It released the police. It unleashed the DSS. And Sowore'S, as we speak, is languishing in detention alongside several other patriotic Nigerians who sought to change this government. Now, those of us under the platform of the African Renaissance Organization and other Nigerians who are well-meaning have decided that we're not going to sit back and allow the democracy for which many of our people fought and died to be washed down the drains so that Mr. Buhari can sit tight and pretty in power. That is not going to happen. Now, I want to make this very, very clear. We are not helpless. We fought the military junta. We fought Ibrahim Babangida. In fact, we fought Buhari in his first coming. We fought Ibrahim Babangida. We fought Sani Abacha. While Buhari was busy serving in the Abacha administration, Nigerians were on the streets protesting, demanding for democracy. The same democratic rights that has brought Mr. Buhari across to now preside over us as a president who would not listen. And that is why, based on these antecedents, we're ready to fight again, because we see that once more our republic is threatened. Our attempt to catch up with our peers in the rest of the world, to give our people a decent life, to ensure that the payment of 30,000 naira minimum wage does not become a question for much debate in a nation where senators earn the highest of every parliamentary body in the world. A nation where the amount of resources that goes into maintaining those in political offices consumes a significant portion of our budget. It's the same nation where workers literally beg to be paid 41 cents an hour. That is the equivalent of 30,000 naira per month. A nation where, despite billions of dollars poured into the search for electricity, constant power, in the year 2019, We still do not have any. A nation where our communities are being overrun by armed criminals and terrorists, by whatever name they go. A nation where corruption is only punished when the perpetrator is a member of the opposition. A nation where the president cannot even explain the documents or the certifications that entitled him to run for office in the first place, and rather he has sought to hide behind the opaque trappings of legal procedure. On the basis of this and many other terrible things, which today make us less proud, less connected to our country, a country with boundless potentials, a country with some of the most intelligent people around the world, people making things happen, even here in the United States and across the globe, we remain a pariah. Our young people are taken to criminality, either internet fraud, armed robbery, kidnapping, or several other things like that. Now, it is time for us to take a stand. And that stand we are taking on Friday, the 30th of this month, precisely 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be congregating at the Nigerian Embassy in Washington, D.C. And we're going to be registering our concern, our protest, our disenchantment with the direction this government is taking our country. But more importantly, we're going to be demanding for the immediate and unconditional release of Onyinye, Sowore'S, and other detained activists whose only crime is that they refuse to sit back and allow Mr. Buhari turn our country into a banana republic. All Nigerians who are here, whether you're in Maryland, whether you're in D.C., you are in Pennsylvania, you are in Ohio, you are in Virginia, you are in West Virginia, please join us. Even if you're in New York, a Greyhound bus or a mega bus, few hours, you're going to be there to do this not just for yourselves, but for your children. Our country is not being respected. If you suffer racism here, it is because you have nothing to show for the many years of independence that your country has had. We want to retrace that history. We want to go back and start to fix things. So please join us as we reject the draconian slant of the Buhari administration and we demand for Sowore'S release. Time again is 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Congregation point is the Nigerian Embassy, Washington, D.C. It is a peaceful protest. It's going to be a purely intellectual exposure of the hypocrisy of this administration and the demand for action from some of our friends to get things to start to change. Please share this video, tag your friends, especially those who live within those states that I have mentioned and those who can fly in to join us. It is a generational duty, and we hope that as many of you as possible will join this call. Thank you.